Hey everyone, it's Nathas, and today I have a really fun stream going on. So I have 2024 World Championship champion Hellkite on here, and the two of us are going to be playing our platinum decks against each other. It'll be a lot of fun, and we have a spoiler for the new set as well, so that'll be great. So Hellkite, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you doing, 2023 champion Sam?
Yeah, no, like it's crazy. I've thought about this a little bit that we've not actually faced our decks against each other before. Like after Worlds, we haven't been like, oh, let's play the World Championship deck from 2023 and 24 against each other and see how they go. So I think this is long overdue, and I think that it's definitely the right way for us to do this while we're going through our spoiler.
Yeah, absolutely. Be fun.
Yeah, for sure. So as we're playing, if anyone has any questions for Hellkite and like how he did in prep for Worlds, obviously ask that. If you have any questions for me about my deck as well, I think both of us think that the other person's deck is going to crush them. So it'll be really interesting because like Hellkite has all the Shamblers, I have the Krogius, so we'll see how it goes. But so I guess do we want to start like get the game set up and then should we show the image first so people get an idea of what we're dealing with today?
Sure, go ahead and show it.
All right, so today our spoiler is I think the last new forgeborn for Shadows over Solis. So the name of this forgeborn is Tyran, and we're just going to show you the picture right now. We're going to go into abilities as we actually go through our games. But for anyone who wants to know what the new forgeborn looks like, we've got Tyran, the dinosaur forgeborn. So what are your thoughts just on the image before we go into any of the abilities?
I think it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah. So I think it's like very interesting that like after all of the dino hype we had in set one, we finally have a dinosaur forgeborn. So I think this is going to be cool. I think he's got some really cool art, and I think people will find his abilities very interesting. Let's get our game going. Let me refresh. Do you have the? Yeah. So I see here. I'll challenge friend.
Friend.
I know, right?
Enemy. I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah. So I think what Hellkite and I decided is we're going to do a best of 3 with our decks today. And as we go, we'll reveal some of the abilities as we continue on through the video and through our stream. But also, I know Hellkite, you've mentioned that you didn't do like really any big media tour after your World Championship, and Carl Gambit 184 actually posted that he hasn't gotten to hear about your Worlds win on any of the podcasts, so he's excited to see you featured. So I think it'll be really cool.
Awesome. Let me find my deck on the list here.
Oh, and that's interesting. Traveler mentioned that there's only 4 fingers for Tyran, so that's interesting. 4-finger Kung Fu Dino Nugget. So yeah, for anyone who's been tuning in, because I know we kind of got right to it, I have Hellkite on today, and we're going to be playing our World Championship decks against each other. So the 2023 and the 2024 World Championship Forge Seal Mantis decks, both a different build, but they'll both be very interesting to play against each other. And again, I think both of us think the other one's going to get crushed. So I think Hellkite's going to crush me. He thinks I'm going to crush him. So we'll see how it goes.
Well, either way, I'm winning.
Yeah, exactly.
I would have been right if he crushed me.
Yeah, so I think one thing that's actually really interesting to discuss is this purple half in your Worlds deck and kind of the history between the two of us and how we fought over this deck. Because like I kind of was reminiscing about this a little bit. So do you want to kind of go into that? Do you want me to go into that?
I remember watching you bid on it, and then there was somebody else bidding against you there for a little bit, and I was like, man, Sam's got all these amazing decks already. And I'm like, I got a lot of Shambler stuff, and I have a Betrayer Shambler. I'm like, I kind of want that one. And then I was just bidding. Every time you bid, I bid on you again right away.
Oh yeah,
and it was fun there for a little bit, and then we started to get to where it was like, well, this is starting to hurt.
Yep.
And we both kind of like, well, my limit's this, and we had the same limit, and I just bid there before you did.
Yeah, and I'm a man of my word, so I wasn't going to try to bid you up another dollar, because I think you messaged me saying, if you want this deck and you bid higher, I'm not bidding again. And I was I was so tempted to be like, +1. I forget what the number was. Was it like 300 or something like that is where it got to? Or maybe like
somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Maybe it's 350.
But this deck came from 5th Cycle Matt, so he was the one who owned it. It was a triple Shambler, but I never really saw him do like a Forge Seal Mantis build with it. But being able to Army Commander like back your Shamblers, and it's pretty insane. So we played against each other during Worlds, and you crushed me. Like I was like, okay, maybe I have a shot, and like I think you had like over 100 life to my like 0 by the end of the game.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, one of the
definitely,
things that happened at Worlds was that was a lot of fun. Was whenever we were trying to get to the top cut, I ended up losing a couple times during just getting there, and so I was worried about even qualifying because it just things just happen,
I get it.
draws were wretched or whatever, and then I've had my revenge tour. I got to play against both people that I lost against, and I beat them, and then beat the next one, and it was like the revenge tour. It was a lot of fun.
That's incredible. Yeah, that's one of those things where as soon as I saw your deck list, I think before the tournament started, I'm like, crap, I think I brought the wrong deck to this event. I hope I don't have to face him. And then I had to face
Yeah,
you, and I was just like, I'm done for. All right, so I'll
yeah.
get this game started. And then once again, for anyone who just jumped in, Tyran is the name of our new Forgeborn that will be spoiling throughout this event or throughout our games today. So I got that hidden, so now we could get our game going. And hopefully you have the Forge. Crap! I hate this game. All right, so real quick for anyone, let me show my deck off. So I got the Krogius, which Hellkite doesn't have. A lot of like kind of control-y cards on both ends, but Corrupt Drone's my favorite card in my deck. Even though we'll see if I play it in this matchup. We got the Forge Seal Mantis and just kind of a good green-purple Hellkite. I feel like your green half is better besides missing the Krogius. It's just a
Yeah,
lot of
the
life
green half
gain.
is really solid.
Yeah. But then you've got the triple Shambler, Shambling Banshee, Hibernating, Shambling Geist, Forge Shield, Mantis. And the thing that'll be interesting is that you have Death Touch 2, Life Drain 1, or Life Drain 2, Death Touch 3, and I have the opposite. So it'll be a good game. Crap. But the thing is, it bothers me that I know how I haven't played this deck in so long, so the lines are like tough right now. And against you, I'm like, crap, I want to play this card, but I think it'll be a mistake. I think against you, I have to just level this right away.
Yeah, neither one of us have played these decks in forever. It's kind of I don't think I've played it since Worlds. It's like platinum and retired.
Yeah, I agree. And that's the thing where it's like they still technically haven't made our decks platinum yet. So like I keep being like, oh, like technically Fletch, I could play this in something, and he keeps saying, nope, no chance. um, hmm. Let's see. In our matchup, unfortunately, I have to just play that out. I don't like it. I don't like my start.
This guy's a beast.
Yeah, he is. What do we got? Shambling Geist, obviously.
With this deck, the lines are typically not what you would think. Like I don't focus Shambler plays.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
They show up later, or they will be a play if I don't have another one that is a must play. My must plays are my big cards like this Sated Ravager. Um, that's a must play. Get him going and get some of the other big guys down just to get the early pressure on. And that's what I use AC4 for in this deck is for the Shamblers.
I get it, 100%. Oh man, I hate the decision you're already putting me into. I think unfortunately, I don't like it. Yeah, yeah. Am I willing to take 15 here? That's the real question. I think I am. Like, this is greedy, because if I take 15, I'm taking 20. And I shouldn't. But I feel like I can't not play this card. Do that. Yeah, I'm going to take a lot of damage, and I'm going to regret it, but I'm going to do it.
Nice. Oh, God.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm taking 15 plus the 5. And
Oh, that's great.
It's just like I'm debating, like, what do I have to level against you in this game? And it's just, those are going to be
Let's go ahead and shamble you once, too. That'll be great.
Yeah, I know. I don't like it right now. I don't like where I'm at. Crap. What are we doing here? And this is the other thing I hate, because in our matchup, I got to look at your deck again.
Well, I'll tell you, I have a lot of silencing cards.
Oh, I know. So it's like I can't depend.
That was one of my reasonings for playing this deck and why I wanted to play it at the last Worlds, because of all the Stitcher combo decks. The silence is a good way to stop it.
It definitely is.
I actually played against both. There was 2 different ones there. I believe there's only 2, but I played against both of them. I didn't have the silencing card in the very final matchup, and that scared me. And he had a 50-50 chance of getting the combo off. Yeah. Thankfully, he did not draw it. Otherwise, you would have had a different Worlds winner. It was right there at the end.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Against the other one, I did draw it and stopped him from beating me with it. So it is what it is.
Yeah. Oh man, I hate this. Let's see, against you, I have to go with this at this point. Man, I don't like my line so far. Especially because I know if you have a silencing card, oh, you'll just do it right away. That works. So I was gonna say, if you have a silencing card, I knew you were gonna save it till the end. Crap. I think, unfortunately, like, I know the right card to play here, but I have to play for the Crogius. If you have the removal for it, which if you probably have the Forge Shield here, I'm taking like 10 more.
I don't have it, but we'll shamble you some more.
That'll be fine. I'm okay losing 2. So we each missed one of our Mantis Seal pieces, which is interesting. I'm interested to see which one you hit.
Yeah, me too. Not as worried about the Necromancer because he's nothing in the discard pile, but at the same time, I kind of want it off my board.
Off your
board. I'm going to go ahead and hit it.
Yeah, me being at 28 here is really tough.
That was the bigger thing, was just continue to push damage.
So I think while I have body, I have to do this first. I could force you to have to play there. I don't like that move either. But at this point, I feel like... Yeah, I feel like that's what I gotta go with. So then I have to force you to block my drone. Okay, that'll do it too. Man, I'm giving you so many shamble triggers right now. And I'm doing all the work for you.
Yeah, the corrupt drone. There's 10 of it right there.
Actually, I don't know if I don't think I upgrade my Botanimate here.
Best you count is 10.
So at cycle 3, I need to be able to do it. And at cycle 4, I think I'm crazy as it is, I don't upgrade my Botanimate. Oh man, this is gonna be tough. I need to hit the Krogius like on curve the rest of this game. I think that's important. There. So what matchup were you? Well, sorry, I'll wait till you finish your. I hate you so much right now. I wonder which one that you're gonna silence though, because both of them.
They're both kind of problems, right? But
Yeah.
I don't think. I mean, I don't. Do I care more about the 2 life than you hitting me and upgrading a card? Maybe.
Either way, it upsets me.
Good.
Oh, we
I'll
hit
do that
the
one.
yeah. I guess I don't know. It's bittersweet because I always want to upgrade with drone. I will say though, and I think I was
I
telling
didn't
you
think you
this.
have 2 plays. That's nice.
Yeah, it does help a little bit, but I think the upgrade is interesting here because like there's 2 cards I would have been okay upgrading with the drone and dealing a little bit extra damage. Like granted, my life's important right now, but what was I gonna say? There's like
Yeah,
very there's very clearly a purple half I like a lot better than my corrupt drone half with this specific deck. Um, because it just has a lot more free spell abilities and like drone a lot of times ends up being a trap because it's like I've taken so much damage from drone already this
Mm-hmm.
game. It's just tough. Hmm. I don't like that there either. If I'm gonna be completely honest.
Well,
um, I think that's what we gotta do.
I was hoping you'd
Nice.
kill one of the guys, but
I
he's still big.
yeah. I specifically wanted to wait to do anything like that.
Hmm. Oh wait, hold on.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Duh.
This
What am I
shows
doing?
how long it's been since we played these
It's
decks.
been forever. Da, da, da. What am I doing here? Hit first. What? Do that one.
Makes sense.
That feels better.
Yeah, I don't like it, but I'll accept it. Let's see. So I have to do this first. Plus, you have double Shambler out right now too, which is not ideal. Does it matter which lane this goes in? No. So I'll drop this for free. Dizzy and siphon it away.
Yeah, definitely should have.
At least I'm crawling back right now.
Yeah, spring dry is a problem.
Yeah, but you just double shambled me. So every time I get a little bit back. And you've just got to kill a level 2 creature.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good. Ooh, okay, that's interesting. I feel like I have to start. Which one are we killing? Hold on. I hate this sometimes. All right, so if I do this first, I can do that. We're in cycle 3 though. You're making me think, and I hate it.
I gotta make it at least tough on you.
Yeah. So I don't want to hit that. So if I hit this first, I do this, I replace that. I'm going to regret it. Because then you're going to play a level 3 Shambler, like, right away.
That'd be great, wouldn't it?
So then I think the right move. I do that, I do this, and do that. Yeah. I don't like it. I hope I made your decision a little bit harder. I don't like that. You're dead to me.
Silence! I kill you.
Oh, I hate you so much. So I was like ready for my double ability, and I was like, your batter hide's not leveled up, so as long as there was a delay line vermin here, I was in a really good spot. So I think what we do. So we silence that, that lives. I think we still. So you're killing one of these two. I'm not sure which. I could kill that pretty easily otherwise. We're gonna hit that, I think. I'm so upset you had the leyline vermin.
I am so glad I did.
Now the question is, which one do you kill?
Yeah. Killing that.
I don't like that. It's pretty rude, actually. Whatever. What is my plan here? So if I do this first. Or do this first. I think it has to be this first. And we do two. Huh. I don't like my line either way. That's fine, I guess.
Mm.
So at least you cannot silence me 3 times. I think
Yeah.
save that. All right, I don't hate my position.
Yeah, you're not in too bad a spot going towards that Krogius.
Exactly. Um, got just enough life to. Oh man, I'm so stressed. Ugh. I don't like seeing that Shambler here.
No, I hate doing this, but
I get it though. It's definitely the right move.
gotta go.
Yeah. All right, I think we got there now because of that corrupt drone. Oh man. Huh. What's my move? This doesn't help a ton. I could just do this immediately. And you've got Army Commander as well. I think I just have to start by playing it safe. We got another. Yep. Interesting. I'm actually surprised that you put the ban. Oh, because the Banshee kills it, so it'll be damage here. So if it's not enough for me to kill you, you would. Yeah, that makes complete sense. That was a really
Yeah,
smart play. I missed that completely initially too. I think though, because I have this in my hand, I'm in an okay spot.
Oh yeah, that should do it.
Oh man, I think it was like kind of lucky that I was able to keep that drone alive in that game because that was so close. I did not think I was gonna get anywhere close, but Krogius I
Yeah,
guess can do that.
I just needed to get through the drone, and I
Yeah.
probably would have got there.
Oh, 100%. If you got through the drone, because like my whole gamble there was that you couldn't deal with the drone, so I could upgrade the
Yeah.
Krogius.
Hmm.
So I guess do you want to go through the first set of abilities off of
Yeah.
Tyran? All right.
Yep.
So
Let's take a look.
first thing is I'm going to put the art back on. So I think it was this one. So this is Tyran, our new forgeborn from Uterra. So what we're going to do is should we reveal one now? I think we'll do one set of abilities now. So let me hide this, and we're going to start with Crushing Strength, which is the first ability off of Tyrants. Do you want to read through these? Do you want me to read through them?
You got it, man. You're
All
doing
right.
great.
So so Crushing Strength level 2. When you play a creature this turn, it gets 3 health. When you play a creature this turn, it gets plus 6 health, and when you play a creature this turn, it gets plus 10 health. So I think this is very interesting in an aggro build specifically, because I assume that Tyrant is something you want to be playing when you're playing very aggressive decks. And a lot of very heavily statted attack creatures sometimes don't have good health. So it's interesting if you can do like a Circe's Call or other things that will let you play multiple bodies. Like you could get a lot of value out of this ability. But what's your thoughts on Crushing Strength?
I think it's going to be strong, depending on what cards are in the new sets, or what you have it paired with, to be able to keep that, Blight Witch or whatever alive longer. I think it's going to be really solid.
Oh yeah. No, and I think that's a really great point too. When you think about cards like Blight Witch or anything that has a utility that stays out, like even Darkheart giving it plus 10 if you play it in cycle
Right?
4, like that's pretty crazy. I just wish that Rex was in this set because being able to drop out a Dino, give it health, and then battle right away would be pretty wild.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so I know when I first looked at it, I'm like, oh, health stats, but being able to do it for every creature you play in a turn would be pretty crazy. And I guess if you have a Betrayer, Forge Seal, or Mantis, like you could potentially get a lot of value out of this if you could do it multiple times in a game too. I don't know if I would
Right.
specifically reach out to Forge Seal Mantis this, but
And
like,
if they have multiple, creature plays like Summoning Council in this
yeah.
set, it would be really solid to just play multiple things, Echo Wolves or whatever.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think of something like Echo Wolves. Like, yeah, that's wild. So I think this is an interesting ability, and it definitely feels very dinosaur heavy, aggressive heavy, because even though you're not getting attack, you're like keeping your creatures around a lot longer by playing this.
Yep.
Cool. So I guess do you want to go into another game? I have a feeling that my fate will not be as good as it was this game because, like, I think I got lucky hitting that Krogius out when I did. Otherwise, like, I was just dead.
Yeah. Well, let's do another one.
Yeah.
Best of 3. Maybe you'll let me have one.
Yeah. All right. So, and actually, looking at the chat, Rajahi said Sultar with that ability would be pretty crazy, which I think that's a really good point because he always starts with, I
Yeah.
think, 1 health.
Yeah, that'd be a nice one too, for sure.
So when you were preparing for Worlds, as we're getting this game started, like were you most worried about, or like what kind of decks did you kind of most have to prepare for?
I don't know. I don't know if there was anything in particular other than the Stitcher decks. Is
Yep.
probably what my biggest fear was. Other than that, I knew that the deck had all the tools I needed it to have
Oh yeah.
to be able to get there. It's just whether or not. I mean, it's got a lot of really good cards in it, so I wasn't worried about, completely awful draws. But sometimes you just don't have a silence card at the right time, or you get them at the beginning of the round or whatever. It just depends.
I get that 100%. Like honestly, my deck choice for Worlds this past year was exclusively because of the Stitcher decks as well. And I still lost to it when I played against it in Swiss. But I was just like,
Yeah.
I needed something that could just like, because like no matter how much life you gain, like they could just win in cycle 2. So it's like I just was like, I want as much targeted removal as I possibly could get. And
Yeah.
yeah, so it's like, but your list, like looking at it, it's just like I saw you play it and I'm like, oh, I think I made the wrong call, like before I even did anything. Cause like your deck was incredible, and like I'm definitely like as soon as I saw it, I was like, I think you're gonna get this one.
Yeah. It was hard fought though. It was.
Oh yeah.
I mean, when you get that caliber of play, um, any given matchup could just go the wrong way, because sometimes you just draw all level, 1 cards in cycle 2, and then almost any deck is done at that point. It's
Oh
like
yeah.
there's
Sorry, what were you saying?
I was gonna say it just depends on the draw. Sometimes the shuffle just is really poor, shuffling from cycle 1 to cycle 2.
Yeah.
That's what can really get you. And then sometimes it doesn't even matter what's in your deck at that point. It's like, oh well, that was fun.
Yeah. I get it. And it's funny because like recently like one of my buddies he is about to like move out of the country, and we played a couple games of Magic and everything like that because he was like super into Magic, and we used to play a lot for a long time. And basically like playing it and like with the mana screw, it's like I feel like we've been spoiled with SolForge a bit, because I'm like, wow, like I could actually play games or play like stuff every turn, but like playing Magic again for the first time in a while over the last couple weeks, it's like I feel like there's so many games where it's just someone dies because you just have nothing to play.
Yeah.
Oh man, though, I hate the position that I'm in right now because I want this to live throughout the cycle, but I don't want to take 4 damage.
Well, it's not
Uh,
20.
that's true, and there's nothing I have in this deck that are like I don't have a swamp moss or anything that matters in that aspect. I think I just take it here.
Yeah, that was not an optimal draw on my end.
Yeah,
There was none of the cards that I like really want to level up in that hand,
I get it.
which typically means they're all like in another one.
Yep, I understand that 100%. Uh, the one thing that's nice about your list having the life drain 4 or life drain 2 is that like I'm like, okay, I technically could play this, which I'm gonna, because I can't not. But it's like there's a lot less ways for you to deal with it in this aspect of things. So I think I upgrade
Hmm.
that. It's like the amount of damage I take here. It's like it's always tough. Like after not playing this deck for a long time, it's like one wrong decision with Corrupt Drone can just like completely destroy your game. I think I chump. Oh no, I enabled that.
You did.
Oh, I think you knew I was going to destroy something though.
I figured it was gonna die, so it's part of it. I also wanted to play my Forge Seal. I was like, well, if he doesn't kill it, I'll play my Forge Seal and do a
Yeah.
thing. But it's like if he does, then I get my big boy.
Oh yeah. Uh, I don't like what you're making me do here.
I don't like that you did it either.
All right. I'm not the biggest fan of this line, but it's what I have to do. It's like I really wanted to kill your Ravager,
Hmm.
but like leaving that on the board is not my favorite thing to
Not
do
ideal.
here. I guess from that standpoint, though, at least this worked out where. Huh. What's more important for me here now? So you got deal 4. I just got to keep it on curve. I almost didn't play it, to be honest.
Yeah.
No, you don't want to put that there. You want to put the level 1 creature in front of it. Oh, wait, never mind. I still have stealth for now.
You do.
For
It's
now.
there. Yeah. I can kill if I want to. I have my deal 4.
What have you not played at your level 1 side of things? Oh, wait, that's my deck. I'm like, what does this look familiar?
Don't look at that one. It's better than mine.
Well, the thing is, it's just the Krogius is the only level up or the leg up I think I have against you. What have you?
It's a big leg.
It is a big leg. I think. Yeah, I don't want to take 10. So we're dropping this here. I don't think I have anything to upgrade. I do not. So there's no point in activating. I have to waste this now. So if you life drain my zombie and I take 10, that's a really tough place for me to be.
Yeah, that was going to be the play. But as it stands now.
Yeah, that'll still do it. Oh, that thing's about to get huge. Man. I forgot how hard the sequencing can be in this deck. Especially against like a good player like you. It's like everything matters and it's like ugh.
Yeah, I had a tough decision on what I played there. But I think I need to get the Forge Seal going too.
Yeah, oh, I agree. Like, I have to just get rid of that because it's going to kill anything I drop in front of it. Although, that's too risky. Yeah. That Sated Ravager is insane.
Yeah. Say hi, kitty.
Drop that for free.
Yeah, I don't feel as good about this one. And
yeah,
in both games, the Swamp Moss has just been MIA 100%. It's like, he's in here.
So I actually have been waiting for it, and I have not seen it.
Yeah.
I don't like. think I have to just start here. I hate using an Oak Father to kill that Ravager, or try to kill that Ravager. No, my drone. Now it becomes, is it worth it to upgrade this? It gets me no value to play it here. I think we abandon.
Abandon all hope.
So I have a forge. I have a forge seal 1 in my hand, and I'm like, it's not worth playing to kill that regenerating Batterhide. I think at this point, if I'm gonna try to kill it, I might as well do it with the brute. So you're gonna block my last creature anyway. Oh, I'm taking 14.
You are taking 14. Rah.
Right, I just gotta hope that I like top deck my Crogius right here.
That would be less than ideal.
There it is. There it is.
He's a little late.
Yeah, he really is.
Didn't want him anyway.
No, never. Oh, now I'm really not feeling great here. Yup. So what's my plan? I have to keep myself from taking 14 more. Yeah, I guess that's what we got here. 22. 18, or 15, I mean. All right, well, I guess this helps me a little bit.
Well, whatever it is, I don't like it.
So if I start here. This is tough.
Good.
I think this has to go here. No, we're going to go unopposed. So let's see. So if I kill that, I think it has to be this. As much as I dislike it.
Yep.
So then we
Yep.
Although I actually think, even though it's not pushing as much, I've got to just go here. So I can't afford to take 6 if you kill something else. Uh-oh. Which Shambler are we going? I assume the Banshee.
Gonna move things a little bit. Because that Banshee's gonna hurt you real bad when I
Yeah,
kill your zombie with it.
It will. Let's see, am I dead? So I think it's 7.
Maybe. You might be. 7 plus another 9. Not
That's
quite.
16.
But
Alright, so I'm at 2.
yeah, just kill the Banshee at the very beginning. Do that.
Man, I need some like really big life gain right away, or you not to destroy one of your own things.
Or maybe a... Would you like to die from a soul reap?
No.
Well, too bad.
Alright. Alright, so that's what I was expecting our first game to go like as well. So I couldn't turn the corner with the Krogius, even though like that's what I had to hope for.
He came fairly early. It wasn't too bad.
Yeah,
but
no,
I
for
just
sure.
had so much life too, which is the other problem.
Exactly.
Like, so I could call him for a round or two, and I was hoping I could get Ravager, or even if you do get the Krogius down, either the level 3 Ravager in front of it, or you actually get the Swamp Moss Lurker to show up.
Yeah. And like, did you have another Shambler in your hand there at the end of the turn, or that turn?
I didn't really look that close.
No
There may have been a
worries.
Shambler, but I know the level 3 Ravager was in there, and I was like, ooh.
Yeah, and that's got breakthrough. Yeah, so there was no chance for me because like I had a Necromancer and a Summoning Council, so it's like I could have played the level 3 Necromancer and like replaced one of your creatures, but I was like, there's no way. I didn't think there was any opportunity for me to get through that. So, do you want to look at the next ability for Tyran? All right.
Let's take that a bit.
So we already looked at Crushing Strength. So the next ability we have for Tyran is Fierce Fortitude. So at the end of this turn, each of your creatures gets +3/+3. At the end of the turn, each of your creatures gets +4/+4, and at the end of the turn, each of your creatures get +7/+7. So what are your thoughts on this one?
I like this one quite a bit, especially if you got those cards again that you're playing multiple cards in a round. I mean, this is a ferocious roar. It's going to be great.
Oh yeah, like
I mean, you have to wait till after combat, but
yeah.
I mean, if you've got a decent board presence, which kind of assumes you're already winning, but I think it could be a really strong play. I mean, if you have a rallying deck or something like that, and you're trying to continue to push, it'll just keep that push going.
I agree. I think this one's going to be really tough to play. And like because of the fact that like if you're playing against someone who has a lot of really big creatures, you might not have a situation where you'll really have a turn where you have a lot of stuff left over. So it's like I think it's just like your deck needs to be built around being able to take advantage of this, like you said. But like doing this off forge after dropping your last creature, giving your buff to your entire board, like could be an insane amount of power on a forgeborn ability. But the delay is what makes it tough and makes it kind of harder to play.
Yeah, you're going to need multiple lanes being played several times. Try to just get that advantage on the field, I think. But it could be taken advantage of for sure.
Oh yeah, but like even like in the game that we just played, like imagine in a couple of those turns being able to be like, all right, Fierce Fortitude. Now my entire board gets +7/+7. Like that would be pretty crazy if you got to cycle 4 and just could not handle it afterwards.
Right.
Like, there's not really a way coming back after like that kind of buff. But it's definitely an interesting.
It'd be a long road.
Yes, very long road. So it's an interesting ability for sure. I think this is one of the cooler abilities because of the fact that you have to really strategize how to play it.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, and actually looking at the chat, so Gizmo Lightning, that's Carly, said that Chain Lightning loves it, and then Rajadahi said Harvester and the Aloyan one likes this as well. Or Zimis or Fiend. So stuff that like reanimates itself, that's like a really good point. Where it's like you
That would
have
be
stuff come
solid.
at the very end, and then
Mm-hmm.
with Chain Lightning buffing your entire board after it's been activated, like that would actually be pretty insane with Fierce Fortitude. If you have like 2 or 3 creatures out on the board, and it's like, all right, now everything gets buffed, and now you take like 6 to 8 more damage.
Yeah,
So
that would be crazy.
yeah,
That'd be awesome.
yeah. So those are some really good card picks that some people mentioned over there. So that's good stuff. So do you want to do game 3? See how it would have gone?
I mean, we don't get to play 3 in the tournament, so it would have been 50-50.
I know.
But yeah, let's get the third one in. Let's see.
All right. So, and I always like when we get to play, and it's funny because both of us are like, just like, I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna lose.
Yeah, I remember before Worlds in 23. I played my Furious Shambler deck that year, and or not Furious Shambler, Furious Shardback. It's got Shambler on the brain.
Oh
I
yeah.
played that one, and you smoked me. So I was just like, well, I just expect that'll be the trend
Oh.
today. Exactly.
Well, the thing is, like, actually, if I'm not mistaken, my loss at Worlds was to your son in round 1, right?
It was, and that's actually my deck.
Yeah.
So I knew it was a stronger one, but he had been playing it more than me, so I'll just let him field it, and he was a good player.
Oh yeah.
So I just let him do it, and I was playing the one that was a little bit behind the curve, but it didn't work out.
Yeah, and that's the thing where it's like no matter how good your deck is, it's like some days you're gonna run well and some days you're just not, and it's like a lot of it's just RNG.
Yeah, man, this is awful that I'm going first here.
Oh, I love it. I couldn't be happier, to be honest.
Yeah, we're just gonna do that, I guess.
Huh. What's my plan here? You're winning already.
I am.
It's got to be this. Man, I've played Corrupt Drone all 3 games, which is interesting.
Notre Game.
Oh man,
This guy.
I know. The crazy thing is, like, obviously I'm playing Botanimate here, but there's a little part of me that's like, what if I lead the charge my Corrupt Drone, just so I could buff it up a little bit, so it's even harder for you to kill. But it is what it is. All right, let's see. I have to level this. It's just sad because I like some of these other cards a little more, but it's like there's just too much value in our matchup with me not playing this card.
Dare you to give me a wisp.
All right, great. I will. Now it's in the back row.
No.
Exactly where I wanted it.
Mm-hmm.
That I had a feeling this was coming. I was like, Soul Reap, it was on my mind, so I had a feeling that was going to be the card.
Yep. Soul Reap is so good.
I know. And now my Mantis is going to take out one little wisp. It's doing its job, I guess.
And he was the biggest thing on my board, too.
But if you have your Forge Seal, at least you're not going to get the life. Alright, that's a card. I don't like that you keep seeing your Satyr Ravager. You can miss that like once or twice if you really want.
I get that. I don't want to. But
No.
thanks for offering it. Yeah, look at that, a Swamp Moss Lurker. Who knew?
I know, right? Let's see. Against you, I think I just have to upgrade this. I don't like it.
Yeah, so the purple half came from you know where it came from, but the green half I got from Gorgeous.
Oh yeah.
He was gracious enough to trade this one to me, and yeah, it's a solid deck.
Oh, it's such a good half.
Hmm.
And it's like just the amount of silence and like it's just got such good synergy as well with your list. 'Cause the amount of beasts too, like with the soul reap
Yeah,
and stuff. All right. I think we just have to play the
put on a
chump
brave
game.
face.
Yeah. Okay. That's interesting. We are going to
No.
we're getting rid of that first. I don't want to risk any sort of shenanigans where I'm taking that damage. I'm okay taking the shamble though. I don't care. Well, now I'm a little more upset.
I'm okay with it.
Am I really not going to play this card? Maybe my placement wasn't the smartest here. Like I get no value out of this if I play it right now. So I'm gonna take 13 at least if I don't. So I think I have to.
Rude.
Yeah, I don't like it though because I did not play my necromancer here. This is rude. Yep. At least I'm second. This is a tough choice though.
Yeah, I believe that.
Maybe I just undo that. No, because I need to block at the end if I do this the other way. I don't like any of my options. I hate you so much.
uh,
So if you have that card, which you have.
our games bring us great joy.
Oh,
I
I
mean, me
know.
great joy.
Yeah. There's not a line that I like here, unfortunately, because if I do this first, like you're gonna have removal if I play this card, but I guess if you use that removal, then it's gonna be Soul Reap too. I'm gonna play right into your Soul Reap, I guess. It'll be fine. Or I guess the Mantis will do it too.
I'd rather have been a level 2, but I can't let you keep that on the board.
No. This is not a great spot for me. You got the same Mantis.
Soothing Mantis is strong.
It really is.
He's really good. No.
No.
You know the difference between my Mantis and your Mantis? Yours is dead.
Alive. Yeah. I hate you. I also hate how I have to just like chump right here too.
Yeah, hindsight being 2020, I should have done that first.
True. Too bad for you. I have my necrotic, so I could chump.
No. I really needed to hit you with that wisp in particular. Well, that ain't right. You got a bigger one than me.
Oh yeah.
I think that's what I do. My hand is pretty horrid.
Yeah. Like, and like this is about to be like a waste of a Mantis.
Nice.
Well, it's nice for you, but not for me.
Yeah, my board doesn't look great right now, though.
Yeah, which I guess that's the nice little benefit. Yeah, we get it. You have a leyline vermin. Oh man. Let's see. What's the plan? I guess probably this, even though you've made it a little more annoying. So you still destroy one of these. Yeah. You stole 4 life from me with that leyline vermin. I want it back.
My bad.
No, it's okay. I'll forgive you. I will say that like this has definitely been some of the more stressed games I've played of SolForge in a long time. Like I'm because it's like I keep looking at the life totals and I'm just like it doesn't like you're getting so high.
Ah, you got that.
See, I think the difference maker so far in this game is that I haven't lost 10 to 15 life from my drone yet.
Mm-hmm. Trying to figure out if I do an underplay here or a level 3.
You should play a level 1. That's my suggestion, but it's who knows. Oh, I don't like that. That was really mean.
I'll clear some of it out before I. Oh, I took 12. I'm only at 79.
Yeah, that's right. At least.
Teach me.
Yeah, that'll teach you. Uh-oh. This is pretty uncalled for, whatever you're about to grab. I like that it's taking you some time to think. All right, now let's see what we got. I don't like that. It's like I feel like I just at this point I upgrade the Krogius so I could potentially gain 7 life with it. Because like at this point, like if I draw it in cycle 4 and I army commander it, oh my god, I hate you. Because now it's like none of these are great decisions. Well, I guess there's one route that's like maybe okay, but okay. So I guess what we do. Okay, yeah, that's the move.
Yeah.
The thing is, I was planning to use this on your Banshee, but it has to go here, and then I have to just make that so your Banshee's gonna die.
Yeah.
But you're still gaining 9. I don't like that. Maybe. I'm taking the 2. It's better than taking the 6-point life differential. Let's play smart. All right. What can we do here?
Yeah, I was afraid you were going to have the polymorpher, but there was not much I could do other than that.
Just the life differential right here is going to be really tough. What's the plan? You're going to gain so much life. I don't think I have a shot.
Yeah, I think the life difference may get you in the end.
What's the plan?
Because you're not getting Krogius this round. Even if you are able to get it next round, you'll get one swing off. It's not going to be enough.
Yeah. Because you know that if I had a level 2, I would have already slammed it on the table.
You just hit that on the ground like.
Yeah. All right. So let's see. So the plan here has got to be. The other problem is it's like I don't want to use that card. This is not a good spot for me to be. So what we're gonna do, I guess. I don't like it at all. Yeah.
I do.
Okay, yeah.
I think I just do that. Take the 5.
I think that's reasonable. What are we grabbing? Yep. It sucks that I have to play this first. Yeah, I can't take the 7. All right. So I already know what my next turn's line is going to be to start most likely. But we'll see what we can do. Maybe my hand will be good enough where I might have a shot. Okay. Well, this is an interesting hand. All right. Yeah. All right. What can I do? So we're going to start here. Then we're going to go this right away.
Ha!
Oh, yeah.
Mega turn coming up.
Mega
Hold
turn. Actually, hold on. I think the placement's
on
not
to your
ideal.
seats.
So we have to do this first. I think this has to go here. Oh, I'm a fool. If I led the charge 3 times, I would have gained another 9 life. If I lose by 9 life, I'm going to be so upset. But it'll be okay.
You will lose by more than 9 life.
Yes. There we go.
No
I'll
need to be
lose
upset.
by so many. All right, let's see what the final is. 71-17. At least I got some crazy stuff off at the very end. But yeah, that was crazy.
71 to
Negative
negative
17. That's what I meant to say.
And you're going to get drained for another.
Oh, so many.
It would have mattered. Yeah.
So many. Oh, those were great games. I had a feeling that this is how the games were going to kind of end up a little more like this, where there's just you gained so much life that even like if I hit the Krogius sooner, then I might have had a shot. But like even so, like you had answers for it, even with like something like a Swamp Moss. But whew. So yeah, I'm glad. They were good. I'm glad you didn't have this deck when we did Worlds 23.
Yeah, no, that would have been awesome.
Oh, I know. So let's do the next level of spoiler. So did you say you had one deck that you wanted to try that you felt like was a better pair for one of these? Or
it's just an entirely separate pairing.
Oh yeah.
That's really strong. So yeah,
it's up to you.
For one more.
All right, so then I have time for one more after this as well. So let's look at the third ability. We could do one last one, and then we could start off the last ability. So in that 2 out of 3, you definitely came out on top. So I guess does this make you the universe champion or like the world squared champion?
We'll let the community decide.
Yeah, but either way, these were awesome games. I think all 3 of them ended up playing very well. Like they were just exciting games either way.
They were. It was good.
So let's look at the next ability. So that should be here. So we already looked at Fierce Fortitude. So our next ability for Tyran is Predatory Instinct. So one of your creatures gets +2/+2. If it's opposed, it gets +2/+2. And then one of your creatures gets +4/+4. If it's opposed, it gets +4/+4. And then finally, one of your creatures gets +6/+6. If it's opposed, it gets +6/+6. So what are your thoughts here on this one?
I think that one's solid as well. I mean, getting 4/4 on a creature right away is not bad, even at level 1. But the later levels, they get better. It's not. I mean, it's about like the Shapeshift from Oros, where you get the +10/+10. I think at level 3. So it's close to that, but at least with that one, you got all creature types, which could be beneficial. So it's about on par with that ability,
yeah.
which is good. Not great, but it's good.
Yeah, and then I guess is Cersei's ability where you sacrifice the creature and give a buff, is that Soul Rip, or is that the right name for it? I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. But basically, when you think about it, you're kind of ahead on stats in I think most cases, or like one step behind without having to sacrifice a creature using Cersei's ability. So like that's pretty great. And then also, I guess this is technically a double buff. So if it's opposed, it gets +2/+2. So if you have a Thunder Crash field or like a Chain Lightning,
that's true.
You could get double triggers. And actually, that's something that Traveler just mentioned in the chat as well, which is pretty crazy to think about on that aspect of things.
Yeah, the double triggers is definitely a benefit. If you could take advantage of it, it'd be good.
Yeah. So I think it's interesting. And then honestly, giving a +4/+4, a +8/8, and a +12/12 is not bad, especially when you start thinking about like breakthrough or mobility. Like honestly, I know there was a lot of like Aloyan mobility cards, and I know one of the cards I spoiled last week was Tempest mobility. Like there's a chance you could, if there's anything that synergizes in green, like Tyrant could be a really good forgeborn for that, because like a lot of mobility creatures have low health. So then the first ability we showed where everything gets additional health would be pretty strong there. And then it's just like put it in an opposed lane, move it afterwards, and then now it's like you have that buff without any of the drawback. So I think it's an interesting ability. I think the more we've talked about it, the more I think you could find really interesting ways to take advantage of it.
Yeah, all these abilities having bonus to stats is definitely going to make him a solid forgeborn.
Yes.
There's definitely way worse out there.
Oh yeah. And the thing is, if I'm not mistaken, the one that's left, the ability that we're going to talk about after our last game, will probably be, I think it's my favorite one. I don't know if that was the one that you ranked favorite as well, but when we were talking about this beforehand, but I think
I don't remember.
Yeah. I'll have to go back and look, but either way.
Do we want to go ahead and do that one now?
Do you want to do it now, or do you want to wait till after our last game? It's up to you.
Let's go ahead and show it now.
All right, let's show it now.
Get the spoiling out of here.
All right, let's get the spoilers out of the way. So the last thing is Territorial King. So give one of your creatures +2/+2. You may have it battle an enemy creature. And then the same thing with a +3/+3 and a +4/+4. So you get your buffs and a battle. So what are your thoughts here?
I really like this one. Yeah, it's definitely one of my favorites out of the list. It's one of near the top.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
So like the fact that it's like you have a little bit of removal. Like I hope that if I open a Tyrant, it's gonna have Territorial King on one of the levels. But like everything is buffing your stats, and then it's like out of here, it's like, oh, and you get a battle as well. So it's like I think it's like very vanilla in a way, like Tyrant, because it's like almost all of it's just straight up stat buff. But like then having battle in between, it's like you basically have a Rex. So it's like you have a little bit of that Rex ability. I wish it was like Rex King or Territorial Rex or something of that nature.
I wish it was +2/+2, then 4/4 and 6/6, something a little bigger than 2/3/4. So I think the sweet spot is maybe getting it cycle 2.
Yes.
And using it maybe late in the round, and then maybe after that you've got all your creatures that are left to get the +5/5 or whatever it was, the first ability we looked at.
Yeah,
that might be a sweet setup, because then you've got that advantage on the board right into C3, and then you could take advantage of it at the end of that round. Might be a good way to go.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point. Yeah, you get your buffs and then
just 4/4.
Yeah, 4/4, but still, like that could be pretty strong.
Yeah, get a good removal in there, and then pump everything up.
Yeah. So basically, here is like the full list of all of the abilities, and this is the picture that I'll be posting. And Solimer, because I know he's been part of the spoilers as well, was also able to see this before I was able to release this. So he put together this little chart, which was very nice of him to do. And basically, like, this will show all the abilities at all the levels. I don't think I would have been able to do this myself, so it was very nice of him to put this together. And yeah, so I think Tyrant is a very interesting Forgeborn. I think that part of me wishes I had a way to Forge Seal Mantis this Forgeborn, so like I might start messing around with my Betrayers for both of those to try to get as many buffs as I possibly can. But like every Forgeborn we see spoiled, is that your first thought process too? Is like, how can I break this with Forge Seal Mantis?
Yeah, something like that for sure. But you've got the Betrayer, Forge Seal, and Mantis.
I wonder
you can use.
I wonder where that Betrayer Forge Seal came from.
Yeah, he's a horrible player. To even consider trading it, I mean, what a moron.
I will say though, I've not found a deck where I've enjoyed using it, like where I felt like this is busted. I think that deck is a little bit of a trap, or it's like I still haven't found the right fuse for it yet. Because there's nothing for free in that deck.
I know. I mean, I know. I tried many builds with it before I traded it to you.
I bet.
But it's really good. It is good, but at the same time, it's like it always gets to that edge, and it's like, but it's just not quite there, and you don't know why.
So
there's not enough tempo with it. I think it's card for card with that.
Yes.
The whole way across.
So
and you want some tempo.
Honestly, I was going to play in our last game. I have a deck that I like better as my pairing for that Mantis Seal Krogius deck that I just played, but I think I have to play the most successful fuse I've had with that Betrayer Forge Seal, because it's good, but it's not great. But it's the one I've had the most success with. Or the other deck that I could think about playing is the one where I had the double Devour, double Shambler that I traded from you, and like that one I've enjoyed that fuse as well. But I feel like I have to try this Betrayer Forge Seal against you. I think that if you're going to play a deck that you think is better than your Worlds deck, I'm probably going to get crushed, but I'm going to do it.
Right there in the ballpark. It is there. It's very, very good.
All right, let me see if I could find the list that had, I think it's this one. Let me just check it real quick.
One of the halves is the Shambling Shambler from Grandfather.
Oh, that deck is insane.
Yeah, and then the other half is a Forge Seal Mantis Krogius that I got from one of the Scuba Toad auctions.
So I have a feeling I'm going to get crushed, but I have to play your Betrayer Forge Seal against you.
No! I would hate to beat it. It would not feel justified to trade it at all if I beat you. No.
Yes. Exactly. But if I beat you, you'll be full of regret for the rest of your life.
I
No,
will.
I'm just
I
kidding.
will.
I will say though, in that trade, I think we both traded so many decks that both of you that we liked. I think that you might have come out on the top end though, because of the deck that was like perfect for the summoning Stitcher combo. But then you immediately traded that away for a Mad Lab, and I was just like, oh.
Well, hold on. That was I got 2 decks out of that trade.
Oh, you got like oh yeah, you're right. You got two
I
really
got 2
solid
decks.
licks.
Yeah, I got the Apocalypser deck that I use, which is one of the best blue decks I've seen.
Oh
And
yeah,
I also got the Mad Lab deck, which is one of the best Mad Lab decks I've seen. So
yeah.
I got 2 really good decks, and I did not have a good Betrayer Stitcher. So I was like, well,
I get it.
and I'm not gonna fork up what these guys are willing to for that, because I just bought that triple Shambler,
I get it.
which
I know. Like, I feel like every time there's a good deck list out, for the longest time, it was just the two of us bidding against each other.
it was.
We should have like had like a deal where it's like we'll alternate, and then we won't bid each other up. In hindsight,
It's like, are you taking this one or am I? I need to know.
yes. Are we flipping another coin? Um, but are you ready to do this last game?
I am. Let's
All
do
right,
it.
let's do it. But thanks again for spoiling this card with me. Like, this was a lot of fun, and
Oh, thanks for the invite.
yeah.
It's been a blast.
And I'm as I expected. You've been crushing me. Although it's interesting to think about, because like, let's say we were playing in Worlds for real, and this was the finals. Like, game 1 I win, but games 2 and 3 you win. Where it's like, that's where I think it's like best of 3, at least when you get to top 8 or to the finals. I think would be like pretty important. I don't know what your thoughts are.
I agree. If you get the top 8, just set the time aside. Do best of 3, because um, when you get to that level of play, there can just be some random stuff that happens. Like one person gets to God draws the whole way through, and you just draw really poorly with leveling the right cards, and it doesn't end like it would 9 times out of 10. Like you get that one loss out of the 10 games,
Oh yeah,
but it is what you have to live with.
100%. And actually, just before we get going, I want to look at your deck real quick on my screen. So we got the Armored Matriarch, which is probably the worst card in your deck, if I had to guess. You got the Krogius, the Batterhide, the Mystical Mantis, which is always insane. You and your Ravengers, too. Well, like, you always got to make sure you have them. So it's like the creature base here is really solid. But this purple half, I know this is the one out of Grandfather's entire collection. It was like this one and his Betrayer Swamp Moss that for the longest time when me and him would be talking and he was active in the game, this is the deck that like I've always wanted. And then I was jealous when you got this one. So it's got the
It's
Necromancer, the Blight
So
Witch.
if you think about it, this one and the triple Shambler, you both really wanted both of those.
Oh yeah.
Those are the 2 we fought over the most, probably, and
Oh yeah.
probably my 2 best purple decks I have.
Oh yeah. Like
sure.
this is most likely your world's deck for this year, if I had to guess. Or at
Maybe.
least your world's purple. So you got the
It's
Shambling Shambler, the Vampiric Geist. The only dead card in the purple half is the Venerable Moeba, and it's like it's still not a horrible underdrop. But then when you go into your purple like spells, it's like Grave Pact, Necrovive, Varnus Pact, Xeris Will. So it's like everything is like free spells with the Blight Witch, with the Stitcher, and then you've got Minion Generation and your Shambling Shambler. Like this deck is insane. And like I think any good purple deck will do well with it. But the fact that it's also just like one of the perfect Circes with the Life Drain Death Touch Army Commander, like this is just a wild list. Oh, and your turn's almost done. This is my fault because I was distracting you.
No, you were good. I was letting you go. I was watching the timer.
Yes, good. So I don't know how I'm gonna do against this list, but I'm gonna try. It's like against you, I need to keep my Botanamates leveled, but I kind of want a Toxic Spores instead. Maybe I still just Toxic Spore. It makes it harder for you as well to have to chump. Just Shambling Shambler. I hate you so much. Oh, and I can't even just like go in front of your wisps because you're a stupid Stitcher. This deck is so good. I feel like in this game I probably brought a knife to a gunfight.
Let's see.
I just gotta hope I can sequence well enough that I can get this to work out in my favor. Which one's more important to level? Oops, wrong button. I'm gonna go with this. Thanks, you're saving my Stegodon for me.
Anytime.
I knew you were a nice guy sometimes.
No.
The problem is, do I care more about guarantee killing your necromancer or keeping my Taliesin alive? It's like the Taliesin helps you too.
I mean, it's not like I got a ton of good cards in here or anything.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
I think Matriarch is going to work out in this game.
I hate you,
Mr. Taliesin.
Well, that's rude. No,
I was just saving him for later.
Oh, I know. I think then we gotta level this in this matchup.
Ooh. Well, I guess I should level this up.
I hate you for having this. Huh. Well, that's a weird hand. Well, I'll update that Varnis pack 3 times.
Hmm.
No! Oh, I hate you so much right now. you're just gonna bring your shambling shambler back. Whoop-de-doo. And the worst part is you're just gonna replace it with your Stitcher and then stitch it back too, unless you've already missed your Stitcher. Oh, because you only have a level 1 Stitcher at least. So
Yeah, it's correct.
I'll at least make you not get all your value at the moment. Oh, interesting. About to take so much. That'll be a waste. That would also be a waste. Although it saves me a little more life. I can't play that, unfortunately. All right, we gotta go.
Ah.
I know this is brutal. All right, my placement was not right, but it's okay. Hmm. There it is. Hmm.
Yeah, this pairing's got a decent amount of cards that you can play, and actually get the Stitcher off pretty easily.
Oh yeah.
You're not gonna like this.
Oh, I had a feeling this is what was coming. I haven't even seen the Betrayer Forge seal yet.
It doesn't exist.
It doesn't. There's not much of a shot, I think, for me to continue on with this, but we're gonna try.
You gotta try.
Hmm.
Glad I waited.
I had a feeling. I
You
hate.
gotta play your card first.
I know. So I hate how I have to actually. So that you're the worst. 'Cause now I have to kill that.
That's funny.
That was that was so mean. Oh man, how much am I taking? Am I just
18.
dead? No, I'm not dead yet. But I could have the biggest Dark Forge drain in the universe, and there's no way I come back from this. I'm not dead yet. I'm almost dead though.
We're in a tight spot. Oh man.
Nice. I'm just so upset that not once. I have a feeling I'm dying this turn. If I die without drawing the Betrayer Forge Seal just so I can play it against you and rub it in your face, I'll be so upset. Oh yeah, I'm definitely dead.
Hey, you're not dead. I'm not gonna hit you yet. I don't have the. He's not in there.
Yeah,
because I already played level 3.
So say you just
We're
Vampiric
just.
Geist and you kill my
Oh well.
Dark Forge or whatever Dark Heart. Unless you don't want to, you could draw this out if you want. I won't say no.
The Vampire Geist will only do 5.
And then you kill my Dark Heart with your.
Oh yeah. I could do
I'm
that.
dead.
I mean, I was just gonna get the Krogius because I wanted to kill you with the Krogius.
Oh yeah, do that then. You're welcome to. I won't say no. It'll be poetic.
Yeah, I want to kill you with the Krogius. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it the bad way.
I hope that, if anything, I draw the Betrayer Forge Seal here, and then I have enough to be able to kill your Krogius, and you still beat me, but it'll be just enough. That's the dream here.
Plus, this gives me time to gain more life.
Just to prove it exists on the stream, I'm bringing up a picture of the Betrayer Forge Seal in the deck list. All right, so what's the fun way to make this happen? I guess we'll group meal. Upgrade this. And this here. I'm fording up. See, I think now you're gonna regret not killing me when you have the chance.
Yep.
We're gonna get there.
Absolutely.
I'm not actually gonna get there, but at least I killed your Krogius.
No, we'll draw Vampiric and just kill you.
Yeah, I know. That's where I gotta like gain a little bit of life. Try to stay alive.
No.
We're getting there. No. Now you just like destroy my board. Good luck doing it a second time. Whatever, you won this game in spirit. Even if somehow I come back from the dead. Even though I know I won't. Oh yeah, there's no way.
I'm just having fun.
Oh yeah. Now you're killing a third creature. Well, you don't have to.
Yeah.
I don't think it's worth it. Because then you just play for free off your Necromancer next turn.
Mm-hmm. Maybe something better to play for off the Necro. Yeah, we'll go ahead and kill one. Why not? Owie.
See, now that I'm playing against this deck, I'm so jealous of this purple half.
Yeah. Not playing the optimal plays actually got me a little bit of a predicament.
I know. I love it.
We're going to do this. Go to the back.
Yeah.
Go away.
All good things will eventually come to an end. Can I somehow live through this? I think the answer is no. Especially now that you've killed, or not killed, but turned off that Taliesin. I think that was my only shot of maybe staying alive. So, what we'll do. Dang, if only I had a. If I didn't play that Steadfast Fiend last turn, I might have been able to stay alive this turn. But I can't. So.
That guy's shifty.
Oh, yeah. I'll just make it big. It's fine. What are we getting? Splicer?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, makes sense. I'm gonna make you regret that decision. So I'll finally play it.
Bruh.
And then I
Right
die.
before he dies.
I rightfully die. But so I found that this specific list, I at least like when I had double Forge Seal Mantis, it was too
Mhm.
much. Double Mantis Forge Seal might be okay, but in this situation, it was like the green half had enough free stuff to like maybe support the purple half, but like it's still just so far I haven't found a good pair for that purple Forge Seal.
But it feels dirty that you had to do the Dark Forge drain route, though. I bet because
Yep. Oh
the
yeah.
perfect Cersei is being wasted.
I
No.
know because it's literally got Death Touch, Life Drain, Army Commander, and I'm just like I've tried it with like a Krogius Forge Seal Mantis, and like honestly that's probably the right way to go. It's just right
Mhm.
now the one deck that I have left that's not platinum that would pair with it just doesn't synergize well. It just doesn't feel right. Um, but either way, this was so much fun playing with you. 2024 World Champion and World Champion of the World Champions. Okay, this was awesome. And I guess one
Yes, it was
last
a great
time I'm going
time.
to put Tyran's abilities on the screen just for anyone who's tuned in and didn't get to see the full spoiler. So I'll be posting this on Discord after. But it's been always great when I play against you, Hellkite, and you're definitely like one of the best players out there and one of the nicest guys out there too, as much as I hate to
Aw.
say it. So thank you so much for doing this with me. I had so much fun.
That was a great time. Thanks, Sam, for
Yeah.
the invite.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in. I think I have one more spoiler this season, but I'll find that out officially, I think, before the end of the week. So thank you everybody for tuning in, and I might have one more of these streams before the new set is released. But for anyone who's watching who didn't see, there will be a pre-release next weekend that Gauges is running. So definitely make sure you sign up for that because this new set is looking to be a lot of fun. So thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next time.